Hello, everybody. This is Myopia's Mental. Mark here. I wanted to do this video real quick because something just happened and it just made me realize I need to do a video about this. And I want to talk about stress and how that can really affect your vision. So, here's the backstory. My family were on a vacation. We came from Northern California, driving down to Southern California. We get 4 miles, or not 4 miles, 4 hours into our trip. We just get over the grapevine, and I started noticing on my Bluetooth speaker adapter that it's starting to say the battery voltage of the car is going down. It's at 11.9, and then it started dropping, and then it went down to 11.7, 0.5, 0.3, and then as soon as it got to around about 10.8, that's when the battery light started coming on the dash and all this other stuff was lighting up. So I knew pretty much at that point that the alternator was gone. So I told my wife, get on your phone, look for a repair shop somewhere we can take the car really quick. So she found something, we exited off, tried to get there. Of course, the car died just before we got there. We tried calling one place. They didn't pick up the phone, so I was like, no problem. Let's see what else is around. There happened to be a repair shop even closer, so we talked to the gentleman there, said, we broke down. We're at the corner of this street and this street, and he said, okay, oh, you're just like literally right there, not even an eighth of a mile away. So he came down with a little jump start battery. He was like, yep, definitely looks like an alternator because the vehicle started right up. And I told him, I was like, the battery, it's less than 6 months old. The starter has also been replaced, less than 6 months old. So I'm pretty confident it's the alternator. He goes, yeah, I agree. So he got us to his repair shop, started working on the car. But here I am, car loaded up with my kids, my sister-in-law, my wife. So what are we going to do? I didn't stress out over it. There was nothing to stress out over. We happened to be near an enterprise. They were able to get a van for, I think, maybe like a little over $100 to get down to our destination. So my wife, sister-in-law, and the kids, they jumped in the van, loaded up all the stuff, jumped in the van, and I sat here at the repair shop waiting for everything to get fixed. Now, normally, some people would be like, oh, that's so stressful. Oh my gosh, you had to split up. Oh, what? I didn't stress over any of that. No. The fact that I got to repair a car while I'm on a vacation, not a problem. It's okay. I took that time to go walk around. I walked around. We're in Santa Clarita, looking at the hills, the mountains, I guess whatever you want to call them. I guess they're foothills here, maybe. Looking at all of that, walking around, got myself some Jersey Mike's, got a little sandwich, got a drink, sat down, listened to some podcasts and stuff, and then started walking back to the repair shop. And of course, timing was all perfect. By the time I get back to the repair shop, he's got everything wrapped up. It turned out to be a little more than the alternator. There was one other part that needed to be replaced, a belt tensioner. I was like, no problem. He was like, good thing this happened to you now and not on the road. And I was like, things work out the way they need to. Yeah, sure, our alternator went out, but we also found out something else needed to be replaced, like, instantly. So I was like, no problem. Go ahead and get it done. He got it done. By the time I got back over there, everything was all set. So this delayed me a little bit. I think it happened around 10:30, and it's now a little after 2, I think about 2:30. So a few hours here, delay, but it wasn't a problem because, like I said, I got to walk around, enjoy some nature, look at the sun. My eyesight was so clear, probably one of the most clear moments that I've had with my eyesight. Not the most clear, but it was up there. I'm looking at things like houses built into the cliff sides and stuff that are super, super far away, and my eyesight is perfect while I'm doing this because I'm just sitting here relaxing, enjoying and taking it all in, and there was nothing to stress over. So that's one of the things I definitely want to let you know is that stress can keep your vision from being sharp. When you stress over things or situations instead of being in the present moment, that can greatly affect your eyesight. So if you learn ways, and I have a lot of ways that I talk about in my community, in my guides, and things like that, and especially if you're on the live Q&A calls with me weekly that I talk about these things, how you can deal with some things that you can do to deal with stress to keep it lower. And the more you can keep yourself stress-free, and present in the moment, the better your eyesight's going to be. Okay, so that's all I want to talk with you about today. This is Mark from Myopia is Mental, and we'll catch you on the next one.